Every day at exactly 4:47 p.m., Caleb Moore stood at the corner of Pine and Willow. He never checked the time. He didn't need to. The rumble of the school bus always came like clockwork, and with it, his 7-year-old daughter, Emma, leaping off the last step like it was a finish line. Her backpack dangled, her shoes were always untied, her cheeks were pink from play. Caleb, a widowed father juggling a warehouse job by day and pizza deliveries at night, lived for that moment. Ever since his wife died in a car accident 2 years ago, these daily rituals had become lifelines. But lately, something else tugged at his attention. Across the street, just behind the chain-link fence near the old hardware store, sat a girl, maybe 9 or 10. She always wore the same faded yellow hoodie, too big for her thin frame, and she was always alone. She didn't cry loudly. She just sat there, knees pulled up to her chest, quietly wiping tears with her sleeve. At first, Caleb told himself not to interfere. Maybe she was just waiting for someone. Maybe it wasn't his business. But the girl was always there, always crying. Then came that Thursday. The rain came down in sheets. Caleb stood soaked beneath a bare tree, cold rain trickling down his neck. And across the street, there she was again, soaked, shaking, not from the cold, but from something else. When Emma finally ran into his arms, Caleb didn't smile like he usually did. "Hey, kiddo," he said softly, "want to take a walk with me today?" They crossed the street, their shoes splashing through puddles. As they got closer, the girl looked up, startled, her eyes wide. "Hi there," Caleb said gently, crouching down. "I'm Caleb, and this is my daughter, Emma. We see you here a lot. Are you okay?" The girl didn't speak. "It's all right," Caleb added. "We're not here to scare you. It's raining, and we're headed to the diner on the corner. Want to come with us?" The girl looked at Emma, then at Caleb, and gave a tiny nod. At the warm diner, with grilled cheese and cocoa in front of her, she finally whispered her name, Rosie. Her mom used to pick her up, but then she got sick. Then she was gone. Now Rosie lived with her dad's ex-girlfriend, a woman who barely spoke to her, forgot to feed her, never asked where she went. "She says I'm not her problem," Rosie murmured, staring at her cocoa. Caleb's heart broke. Emma reached across the table, placed a cracker on Rosie's plate, and said, "You can come play with me. We have sidewalk chalk." Over the next few days, Caleb made calls. He met with Rosie's school counselor. He filed a quiet report to Child Services. A social worker visited. Turns out, Rosie had fallen through the cracks, another forgotten child. But Caleb hadn't forgotten. He applied for emergency foster care, took night parenting classes, fixed up the extra bedroom with lavender curtains and a bunny-shaped lamp. It wasn't easy. Rosie had nightmares. She flinched when someone raised their voice. But there were also giggles, dance parties, and pancake breakfasts. Nearly a year later, on a sunny spring day, Rosie walked up to Caleb holding a folded card. On the front, 3 stick figures under a rainbow. Inside, it said, "Thank you for finding me." Caleb couldn't speak. He just hugged her tight. Because sometimes, the world doesn't need heroes, just someone willing to cross the street.